Good morning, guys. So I made a video here today. So this is going to be a recording of my reading in John chapter 1 verses 3. So this is just a commitment on what it is to sin, how what it is to repeatedly sin and keep continually sin and never to turn from it, and how scary that really is. So First John chapter 3 1 through 10 is this is so important to recognize sin, to see it is an art of the devil that has been crafted since the book of Genesis. God is pure. His son is pure. His word is pure. Yet your sin is not. This is our salvation, whom is Christ, the pure one of no sin, and was sent down to take away sin and to get that craftsmanship of the devil and to demolish it. So I went down here and I went on verses 3. I'll read to you real quick. So verse 3 reads, "And all who have this eager expectation will keep themselves pure, just as he is pure." See, Jesus was the prime pure example, for he was God in Jesus's body, being that pure example, committing no sin. So that's very important. So verses 7 through 9 say, "Dear children, don't let anyone deceive you about this. When people do what is right, it shows that they are righteous, even as Christ is righteous." See, Christ is always righteous. He's the pure one. He is righteousness. So from what you do good and what you say is Christ-like, does it exalt God? Is it righteous in your eyes, or is it righteous in God's eyes? So stop trying to do good and do righteous deeds that exalt God's name. See, so that is so significant. Okay, so when after reading that, you keep going, and guess what? But when people keep on sinning, it shows that they belong to the devil, who has been sinning since the beginning. Don't you see that? See? Isn't that, I mean, that's the devil's work. But the Son of God came to destroy the works of the devil. Those who have been born in God's family do not make a practice of sinning, because God's life is in them. So they can't keep sinning because they are children of God. And God's life is what? His Holy Spirit in your life, telling you, stop sinning. You're turning your back. You're going against God and his will and his way. That is so important. You got to turn from it. Realize that you can disappoint your father. You can irritate him. You can anger him. And you don't want his wrath. You know this. So even then, jumping back to Acts 17, verses 27, which is very important, it says, "Jesus' purpose was for the nations to seek after God and perhaps feel their way toward him and find him though he is not far from any one of us. For in him we live and move and exist." Don't you see that? It's all done through God's path and seeking his salvation through Christ. It's all there, boys. It is all there. Okay? I mean, it can't get any more simpler than that. You know what I mean? I'm going to jump back to verses 10 here. So now we can, 1 John chapter 3, verses 10. "So now we can tell who are children of God and who are children of the devil. Anyone who does not live righteously and does not love other believers does not belong to God. See, your deeds aren't righteous, not exalting God. You're not a child of God because you're exalting yourself. You're being idealistic toward yourself and through the things that you believe and the worldly intentions. So, finishing off here on John chapter 2, verses 29, it says, "Since we know that Christ is righteous, we also know that all who do what is right are God's children." Come on, guys. Turn from that sin. Stop the continuous sin over and over and over, just like in my life and my own continuous sins. Let it glorify God when you say no. No to sin. I want to be pure like Christ. I will not be able to enter God's beautiful, beautiful kingdom with sin. For God is against sin, and he can have nothing to do with it. So God bless you, and grace be upon your life, and let him exalt in all that you do, and keep him first.